Hello YouTube. What we have here is a Dodge Grand Caravan that is overheating. All right, we're gonna diagnose the overheating Grand Caravan with many miles. So the first thing I've done is top it off with fluid while it was cold. You know, filled it up, let the air bubbles go, and but it wasn't that low. Like you can tell if it's low. Like if it eats up this whole bottle. Actually, almost. That's pretty low. Could that be the reason it's overheating? I don't know. We're gonna check a few more things. So I'm gonna start it up. This is what a Dodge Caravan with 430,000 miles sounds like, by the way, when you start it up. True story. Here it is, the Dodge Caravan at 430,000 miles. And it uses some power steering fluid, so put a little power steering fluid in here. Top that off, probably need more. Put the lid back on. And gonna wait and see if the electric fan is kicking on. So that's the next thing. There's dual electric fans right in the front here. Now one of the things I like to do is use a straw because it's really hard to see if the fan is working or not. So, I mean, you can kind of hear it. Is it the fan kicking on? Is it the air conditioning? What's going on? So, a good test that I use is find a straw and just simply put it right there behind the fan, and it hits. If it's spinning, it's gonna right on your straw. So we're gonna do that next. All right, so I'm hearing the noise. Yep, see that? What about this one? Ooh, this one's not working. That's probably what's wrong. Great. We got one fan working, one fan not working. Odds are that's what the problem is. Another thing is this is hot. Shouldn't be too hot right now. There's probably a thermostat out. Thermostat being out could be a problem as well. So I'm going to a wrecking yard, all right, to save some money on this. Don't want to spend too much money on the Dodge Caravan with 430,000 miles, right? There's lots of these at the wrecking yards. That's a great place to get cheap parts. They warranty them for at least 90 days or something like that, right? I did replace this other fan a few years ago, so it makes sense that that one went out now, again, with 430,000 miles. One of the things I've learned in my mechanic days is that there's not a whole lot that can go wrong with a thermostat. One of the major things that can happen, so a thermostat is basically a piece of metal that is temperature sensitive, right? It's a spring, it opens and closes based on temperature. Opens and closes a valve. What can go wrong is when you add stop leak into your coolant system, which I did do. This is a new radiator. I bought this radiator, well, it's new. It's a few years old now, maybe 3 or 4 years old. So the radiator is new in it, but what did happen was the heater core went out. The heater core in this vehicle is very difficult to replace. So I just didn't replace it. I connected the hoses that went to the heater core so it still runs, you know. I mean, haven't had a problem with that yet. But now that it's summer, we can drive the van again because, yeah, it gets cold in the winter. You don't want to drive this thing in the winter without a heater core. Maybe there'll be somebody who does a heater core video. I don't know, man. That's that's major surgery. Like the whole dashboard, the steering wheel has to come off. Yeah, I just wasn't doing that. So that's when I retired this vehicle, was when the heater core went out. But yeah, we just use it to haul stuff around. It's great for hauling junk and furniture, and so yeah, that's the next step is gonna put a fan and a thermostat in it. Aight. The wrecking yard. This is Gunner Auto Parts in Lake Stevens, Washington, where I found this puppy. And our fan is right in there. 15 bucks. And there is a 10mm, see it right there? 10mm bolt holding the fan on. I've removed the bolt, so now it should just come right out. These slide right out. They just slide into little areas. And then you just pop it out. One bolt, that's all there is to it. It's gonna take some finagling to get this thing out of here. There we go. There it goes. Nice. Whoa. Yeah. Nice. Fond memories of the wrecking yard when I was a boy. And when they let kids go in the wrecking yard when I was a boy. Alright, so back here to the old Dodge Caravan. I put the fan in, but first, thermostat is going right there. See? That's where the thermostat goes. So, there's a part number, 2005. And we're gonna get to that. It's better to do this first. Once you get this hose out the way, it's easier to access the fan as well. Left loose, left loose. Extension. Oh man. It's on there. Little fluids coming out of there, that's all right. Normal. The finger tight now. And there it is. Thermostat. Oh yeah, it's coated with that stuff, man. Coated with that stuff, man. This thing might just be sealed shut. Who knows? Sometimes it's good to take a little razor scraper. I got this at the dollar store. And scrape off any excess junk. Alright, paper towel. Soak up some of the excess fluid. Get this surface nice and dry, cleaned off. Close enough. Like that. This surface here. Alright, so 13 for those, 10mm for the fan, and just like I did at the wrecking yard. Like that. And now I can pull this out the way. Pull it straight up. I'm gonna straight back and up. And out she goes. Except for the wires. The wires are still connected. Get a little better view of things from here. I can't quite spin it around, but so yeah, you have this one on top. Push that in, comes right off. No. And here's the other one. Fastened on. Okay. Scoot it back in here. Be careful of the wires. Shroud there, and then let's see if I can. All right, so this is the fan I replaced before from the wrecking yard. Looks like I messed up the pigtail, so I replaced that as well last time. But here's see this right here? This has to slide into this little unit here. It's just so you can see that. That's where that rests on. Like that. Bolt on there. Find the hole on the top. Careful with my overflow hose as well. Don't want to pinch that. All right, and it's tight. Cinch it down. Just not too crazy tight. There we go. This fan's installed. Okay, so I didn't have any gasket anyway, so I had to buy this. $5. All right, for good measure, scoot it through there, and the goal is to thread it in there. And now, once again, 13 millimeters. Cinch it down. And this one, snugging it down. People have asked me, all right, Russ, well, how tight do I go? What's the spec for the torque? I don't know, man. You just get it tight enough. You don't want to go too crazy, but you just tighten it down. It doesn't have to be like reefing on it or nothing. You don't want to break any bolts off. You just get it nice and snug. Just good like that. There it goes. Okay, so 24 hours is going to take for the gasket stuff to seal. 24 hours later, we've gone from sun to rain springtime in Seattle. So 24 hours later, the gasket seal has done its work, and now, oh yeah, don't drop the paper in there. Gonna top it off with little fluids, and a little more antifreeze. We're good and full. There we go. All right, moment of truth. Haha, that fan's working. That fan's working. Nice, we got the fans working. So that's a good thing. And that is how you stop the Dodge Caravan from overheating. Another good test. This right here was super boiling hot because that wasn't opening up. And now it's about warm, it's about where it should be. And that's a good sign too, that the van's gonna stop acting up on us. 24 hours later. And it's fixed. Dodge Caravan's fixed. From sun to rain, fixed the Dodge Caravan. Like and subscribe. Hey, if you like this video, like it. Click the like button, subscribe. Man, subscribe. Click the chicken sunglasses right there and subscribe to the channel. They're building a house behind my house. Look, you see that? I know. You can see right in my backyard. Not that happy about it.